Good morning. Good morning. It is morning. I'm so sorry I'm late. I did oversleep a little bit. I have coffee. I have the magazine, which is issue number 12, so it's the start of the Terminators. Yay. It's also the last, what, 8 more issues to go tearing into the Space Marines, and then we move on to something else, which is awesome. I want my chaplain. Don't put names like that on the screen. They don't pay me money to put names like that on the screen. You didn't hear that bit because I was doing the noisy bit, didn't you? I could pick up green to throw everyone off. Because I'm so stupid. So remembering this time that first of all they don't give you the sprues, they just give you the sprues. I'm really not awake at the moment. They don't give us the bases straight away. They just give us the first sprue. Which is fine. Get a teleport home with it. It is going to tell us how to put some together though, so I think I might do this. As opposed to the Termagants, where it's like, oh, I've got bloody loads. I don't have many Terminators. Terminators are quite expensive models to take, but I still don't have any. So it's telling us to start with part 1 and part 2, which we should be getting used to right now. Do we actually have part 1 and part 2 on this? Can we actually make a Terminator? I see we have part 4. Which is his sword arm. We don't need 5, 6. I'm not sure where 7 is. But he goes 5, 6 to make up his gun, and then 8 down here. And this section is his head. Which is baffling me. Right, so we can't make full sergeant guy. Can you actually give us enough of a sprue to make one full unit, dude? 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 9, 10. 11's supposed to be a boot. 11, so we've got 9, 10, 11. 15, 16. That's 16. Pardon me. 15 is supposed to be 15 and 16. And 11. I think about that bit's not numbered. That bit's not numbered. I'm gonna guess it's 14. And it's that bit that's supposed to go over his foot. But I'm not 100% certain. And comments are going on. Everyone's clicked on the right section. Good morning, Twisted. Good morning. Sorry for not getting it to you. Yeah, I'm barely awake. So the answer to the question is no, they haven't given me enough to make. No, because 14's that bit. So what's... Right. He goes 9, 10. 11's the front of his leg there, but he's got a shin bit there. That is not numbered. It's not numbered. So you've just got to fucking guess. Which isn't great when it's model number 2. You don't know if you're going to need it for model 3 or model 4 or model 5. You got no idea. No idea. So you got to wait now until you get enough to be able to do Terminator 1, which isn't bloody much, to be quite honest. It looks like it's got to be one sprue and some bases in the next issue. And it's never going to be a full sprue. It wouldn't surprise me if it's only like that much of a sprue, like half a sprue. My coffee, get off. My coffee. So yeah, my coffee is staying as my coffee twisted. I need it. On the plus side, it gives us all these nice instructions. Like it always does, follow the numbers, find the missing number. Bit of a Wells Wally version on this one. And you will have 5 Terminators. Now, it's also going to give us a painting guide next week. But to the painting guide. And what it will end up with by the end of next week is something that looks something like this. We went through this the other day. So that will be the Sergeant. We've been through what we're getting next week, haven't we? It's paints next. No, it's Terminators next week and paints the week after. Rackar, Flesh and Screamer Pink to be exact. So yeah. Going off this, you get Sergeant Dude. Mine's painted slightly different. Good morning, Beaky. How are you doing today, mate? I hope you are well and still terrorising people on those stupid little bite things on the battlefield because those look like fun. Yeah. Well, yes, you'll end up with the Sergeant, which is that motherfucker right there. You'll end up with him, which is that one. You'll end up with... He's the one who's slightly walking forward by the looks of it, so he looks like he's probably that one. Unless I've put that fist on the wrong one, because that fist is on him and they've got the... No, sorry, that's that one. And the assault cannon guy. Boom, 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 boom. Is that one? And you get a 5th one. So you will end up with a nice unit of 5. Lucky me, I happen to have the exact models that they're going to be sending us already built up and partially painted as my paint scheme. So once you've done it, they will ask you to paint it all blue, whereas I've just done the shoulder pads blue, of course. And then they'll ask you to do the gold bits, and possibly they'll ask you to do the helmet white like I have done there, and all the silver bits like last time with the sword and the barrel and the magazine and the barrel in the back of the gun, and all the pipe works and the venting. They may even ask you to do a little bit of stuff down the back here with the silver, or even black. And then they're going to ask you to paint all the little bits in, either ivory or white. And you'll have pretty much a fully painted Terminator. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? And I've got a lot of Crux Terminators to paint on mine, which is the shoulder paddy thing, and in this case the thing on his knee here. Which is not focusing. He's not focusing. The thing on his knee and the thing on his shoulder pad there. There's a lot of ivory to do and little blah, 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 blah. You split a Leviathan box. Oh yeah, definitely. I got 2 halves of the Leviathan for Tyranids, and it makes a nice little army. Very nice little army. Gives you a good choice of big bugs and little bugs. And then when this Combat Patrol came out, it was like, ooh, even more. Even more. I believe it will be the Psychophage coming soon. So yes, those are the models that you will get over this issue and the next issue. Psychophage, I think, is the one after. I think it's the one after the paint, so it'll be issue 15. Again, it does cover law. In this case, tactical doctrine, assault doctrine, and if it's got any smarts about it, it would cover the devastator doctrine, as well as a few weapons and basic equipment that people will take, well, Space Marines will take in that doctrine. Basically, are you a basic line trooper taking a bolt rifle, storm bolter, or assault bolter? Or do you want to get up close and personal and take like chainsaws, power fists, power swords, and pistols? But the rules section for this time, what's it giving us a section for rules this time? Battle shock tests. Battle shock tests. So this is like, I'm guessing this is the replacement for the old leadership. You can build the first company. You can do it. I have enough models to build the first company and second company. But I need to build that. I need 1,000 models. So we shall keep plodding on, Twisted. We shall keep plodding on. Our goals will not go unanswered. We'll get there eventually. You need a lot of veterans. I need a lot of everything. Is how you do this copy works. You either meta chase or you collect everything. So let's see how we do battle shock tests. Because I think it's like the old leadership tests. Okay. It takes incredible willpower to hold firm in the face of heavy casualties. Even Space Marines may find their resolve shaken at times. In Warhammer 40,000, this is represented by battle shock tests. When your units are below half strength, they risk becoming battle shocked for a turn and being less effective. My dice rolls ready to go off. They can't get any less effective. But let's go. If a unit falls below half its starting number of models, it is considered below half strength. Similarly, a single model unit is considered to be below half strength when it loses half its wounds. Okay. So, neither of these units are considered below half strength. They've got 3 out of 5 Marines, he's got 3 out of 6 wounds. Fair enough. This one down here, though. Making a battle shock test. Every command phase, you must take a battle shock test for any of your units that are below half strength. To do so, roll 2d6 and compare it to the leadership value on the bloody cards. So, Librarian, a Terminator Librarian is 6+ leadership. Terminator Squad is a 6+. Some 2 dice, so that's easy enough. Terminator Captain is also a 6+. Right, so that's relatively easy. You roll 2 dice and compare it to the leadership characteristic. The Infernus Marines need a 6+. They rolled a 9 for theirs. They passed. Captain didn't. Captain bottled it because he's a dumbass. So, having 2 Marines left in the Infernus squad, they rolled, they passed. He's only got 2 wounds left out of his 6. He rolled and failed. Not good. I realised I've not had a face come up this entire time. Hello? I didn't say half asleep. These last couple of streams have just been completely destroyed. So what essentially happens if you fail a battle shock test? If a unit fails its test, it's considered battle shocked. No shit, because that's called a battle shock test. It's like repeating itself, this magazine, doesn't it? I mean, I know you're aiming it at younger people so people can get into the hobby, but we're not fucking kids. Right. So if it fails, it's considered battle shock to the beginning of your next command phase, when it will likely need to take another battle shock test. Yay! So this is a cycle, people. This is a cycle. This is just going to keep happening. A unit that is battle shocked is always considered to have an OC of 0. regardless of what his data sheet says. Oh, great. So it's nice to battle shock Terminators. That'll screw the little fuckers over, wouldn't it? Hear about some of the rules they've got, but hey. This means that battle shot units may never contest an objective. You may take battle shot tests before scoring points. Also, you take the battle shot test before you score points from objectives. That's not fair enough. What's a desperate escape? Ordinarily, units may fall back from other units freely. Okay, take a step back, pow, 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 or punch again if you need to. Fair enough. However, battle shot units run a risk of taking damage when they fall back, representing the perils of a disorganized rout as opposed to a carefully planned tactical withdrawal. Oh, so yeah. Sweet. It's like Sleep in Advance we used to get in the old editions. Good morning, Joey. Most of the time they just eat whatever's to hand. Grass, dirt, metal, wood, flesh. Don't matter. Just eat it. They'll digest it. Literally whatever's to hand. If Space Marine always puts hand down, pick up whatever's there, eat it. Not hungry anymore. It's great. Like it would be, because then again, being like a 7 to 8 foot tall genetically modified demi-human freak thing would be a weird, especially if he's the only one. So yeah, we're making desperate escapes now, Joey. We're running. There will be some equivalent. But by still we call them mess hall. You have to keep a lot of things kind of similar. Oh yeah, we're running away with that, screaming for our lives, weren't we? Disorganized rout, they call it. When a battle shot test unit falls back, roll a dice for each model in that unit. For each roll of a 1 or a 2, a single model in that unit is destroyed as it attempts to flee, regardless of how many wounds it has. So yeah, it's like the old Sweep in Advance. You can lose a unit if you're unlucky. If you're unlucky, you might all get away. But yeah. So it gives us another scenario. These Tyranids are getting like really outnumbered. I mean, I'm really outnumbered in these Space Marines. And for those people who are asking, where's the video with your kid? You try to get a kid to actually play a game that they've shown interest in once, and now you're going, you want to play? And they're going, no, I want to go do this instead. And that. I only showed interest in it once, you didn't take advantage of it straight away, so it's essentially how this is going. But I have found out that this board, this paper thing, is the same size as the Leviathan boards. So I can use the Leviathan board and put hills on instead of having to put these on. And it'll make it more 3D. But anyway, next mission. In this mission, your aim is to capture and hold objectives. However, you'll have to contend with your unit's wavering morale in the face of the enemy, as you use battle shot rules for the first time. Find an opponent to play through this battle with, or take command of both sides to practice. Don't forget to take battle shot tests. So this is going to be very similar to the last one. We've got two pieces of terrain, 4 objective markers. Each one's got 2 quite conveniently set up right next to them. So it's going to want you to defend and protect and do all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. So it's going to go through the command phase where you will claim objectives at the start. So you'll claim number 4 at the start. Then you will move on to number 3. And Captain is going to move forward to try and close off. It's telling you how many wounds you've got remaining on your... It should be on your wing prime. Should be fully unharmed, nice 6 wounds. Same with your Terminator captain with 6 wounds, and your Terminator librarian with 5 wounds. Doesn't start with as many, but he's still got 4 wounds remaining. That's the main thing. And all your Von Ryan's Leapers still have as well, if you play the Tyranid side. So they're moving everybody up into the spaces where they're available. For the Tyranid turn, we're going to push up the Terminators and the Von Ryan's Leapers more. But Von Ryan's Leapers are taking up a middle place in the middle of the field, so they could go either way, should they require. The Wing Prime and the Barb Gaunts have come up to meet up the captain. You see, yeah, shows us that they intend to have the Von Ryan's Leapers cut through that gap and go for the librarian. The Wing Prime's going to go for the captain. Barb Gaunt's going to go for the Infernus Marines. I'm still going to try and convince my little one to play a game with me. It won't be this weekend because I'm not here this weekend. I'm going to York, where I will possibly meet Graham. I am going to be meeting Graham because I've already arranged it, but for how long, we don't know. So going off this one, next one, by the end of the Tyranid's first actual turn, so Space Marines have had one turn, Tyranids have had one turn, saying that some people will need to take battle shock tests. So the captain fails his battle shock tests, while the librarian passes his, both being less than the amount that they would need, so they cannot score victory points for holding anything this turn. The Infernus Marines don't fail theirs, and they can still contest that objective if they can do enough damage to the little Termagants next round. In the next fight phase, the Von Ryan's Leapers end up taking is it the Von Ryan's Leapers? No, the Wing Prime ends up taking out the captain, and the librarian ends up taking out 2 Von Ryan's Leapers, causing the Von Ryan's Leapers to now have to take battle shock tests as well. So going through this, the Von Ryan's Leapers and Termagants fail their battle shock tests, so the Terminators can't contest objective number 3 anymore, so that is definitely in the hands of the Infernus Marines. And the Von Ryan's Leapers also failed against the Librarian, but the Winged Prime has managed to get over to objective marker 4, and the Barb Gaunts are on objective marker 2. So Tyranids have 2 objective markers, Space Marines have 1 in this scenario. So Tyranids still look like they're winning. So in this case, Von Ryan's Leapers is attempting to fall back because it's the only thing it can do in that instance. They still want to try and contest that if they could, but they can't. They've lost the OC. But he's going to try and back off, see if he can get a charge off again, and he fails, so he dies. Last model in the unit. It doesn't matter how many wounds you've got. If you roll a 1 or a 2 when you're running away, then you lose the model. And he only had 1 model left, so he died. But looking at that, the librarian's not going to last much longer. He's going to get peppered to death by the Barb Gaunts. The Wing Prime probably going to charge in if he's got any sense and take out the Infernus Marines at the top. And then that just leaves the librarian who can do jack diddly squat. One librarian can't chase around all that while they're going, yep, we claim that one, and he claims that one while you're going, doing a Benny Hill running around. It's not good. It's an interesting little scenario. It's definitely in the favour of the Tyranids again. not saying that this magazine's biased, but you seem to like the Tyrannies having the big numbers. See, that's the thing. Because I'm going around the UK and I live in the UK. These places that even I've never been to and would love to go back to. It's such a beautiful country. It's for such a small place. It's so much. It's so much. Many things to see. It's such a diverse place for its landscapes and its towns and cities. I mean, I live in quite a historical city myself. I live in Manchester, and well, yeah, we've got Roman roads and Romany stuff all over the place, but York's got something different to it. So yeah, we like going back there. So if all's good. You followed the little playthrough for the magazine, and the Tyranids have won again. Unless the Space Marines have had particularly good rolls. Every time the Space Marines need particularly good rolls to be able to okay. If both sides roll average, it's not in the Space Marines' favour. Throw all these bad boys in, that's what you need to do. Which we will be doing by the end of issue 13. As it says there, issue 13, you get the second half along with Mr. Teleport Homer, which should be around here somewhere. I have shown you the Teleport Homer before. It's about that big and it's on a smaller base than the Terminators. Where is the Teleport Homer? I am not sure. And the base I was speaking about, I had printed that my brother printed it off, is this big. Found it. That does help. Now, it is a little bit bigger than a Redemptor Dreadnought base, but to be quite honest, the bear looks a little bit bigger than a Redemptor Dreadnought, so it should be fun. But yes, I do have a base now for the big bear. Benny Hill's brilliant. Benny Hill is absolutely hilarious and brilliant and amazing. And in case anyone's wondering, no, I didn't just go into that coffee place and just buy coffee. I went in for the actual reason you go in there, and that's to get coffee storage to finish building my church. So there we have it, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow geeks and nerds. We will be getting the rest of the Terminators next week. Tomorrow night, I'm going to finish off Solon and try and not have a brain hemorrhage this time, or just I'm more prepared. I know what I've got to do this time, and I've done the purples. It's a lot of fur tones, golds, and reds this time for Solon, which I have kept out the gold and the reds and the fur tones that I will need to do that really, really annoying cat. It's a beautiful cat, but it's annoying. Yeah, I bet your parents didn't approve of you going down and watching Benny Hill. Rubber balloons. Won't somebody buy my rubber balloons? That's a fantastic song. And Ernie, the fastest milk carrot in the West. Poor Ernie. Ernie. And he ran the fastest milk carrot in the West. Anyway, enough of going on about reminiscing about Benny Hill. I've got to jump from here. For some reason, it's been half an hour. Half an hour is more than enough to cover these magazines for what you actually need from them, and not enough to have too much of a spoiler so you can go through and read it yourself if you're waiting for it. All the lore stuff's still there waiting for you to go through. If you want to hit the subscribe and the like button, you know where they are. They're down there. I do have a Discord down there along with a buy me a coffee, which I'm going to say buy me a model, which we get to see the first parts of that on Monday next week. Again, thank you for the lovely donation. Not just to go through that buy me a model thing. I'm not expecting all the money to come from everybody who's watching. This new model, for instance, part of it's come from subscribers like yourselves, and more specifically, one subscriber who knows who they are. Let them know. I don't know if they want me to say it publicly, and they'll find out before I actually bring the model out and go, look what I've got. I'll find out if they want me to make that more public. I think I've already said it, but we'll find out anyway. But yes, I also put money through myself as well. So yeah, it did it. Where I've got potentially, I managed to get a £20 ish model, and because of what it customized, it's cost me a little bit more. But then again, it's a lot bigger than it should be. The ideas and things that people can go up to together when they're both as crazy as each other, it's marvelous. It really is marvelous. But yes, we'll talk more about that on Monday. But thank you very much. If you wish to donate anything towards getting new models from the channel, as I said, anything will go through that Buy Me a Coffee will go towards independent model creators such as Rogue's Den Hobbies and other creators. Even if I can get the miniature tavern to send something over somewhere like that, I want to support independent creators. Mantic Games, if we could buy some Mantic Games to say some wonderful stuff. But yes, I'm rambling. Yeah, BattleTech, that's another thing I wouldn't mind painting up. Yeah, BattleTech I wouldn't mind having a look at. Kings of War I wouldn't mind having a look at. There's so many games out there with so many nice models. Why limit yourself just to Warhammer, just to Games Workshop? I know they do nice models, but so do other people. And I would like to be able to support those other people and not just the big multi-million-pound corporations. So thank you again. Everything's in the channel description. If you want to check it out, please do. Please come and join us on the Discord. I've created it so you lot can. I say you lot, so you can all build a community if you wish to, and it's more for you than for me. So yeah, check it out. Have fun, and I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks very much.